Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, cool. Anyway, how about now? No worries, Solo. I understand, dude. Good luck with everything. Good luck with the rest of your semester. Okay, yeah, we're peaches and gravy. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the weekly reaction to Unordinary. So guys, yeah, last week was pretty insane. But yeah, so last week, Arlo, and Cass and them, they're kind of in trouble. They're in a bit of a tight spot if we're being real. So, yeah. So okay. So Orin absolutely has control over everyone in the Bluemont Bureau with them, and he basically is just kind of he basically ordered them to themselves. Uh, Three of them died. It looks like the Bureau was able to save about four of them, it seems. It looks like Cass and her crew were able to stop a few of them. So, the smoke, we still don't really know what the smoke is, but it does seem to be like an attack of some kind. Orin also has control over Marcus, the sheriff, and basically, as Marcus, he ordered his officers to charge forward into the smoke, which obviously got them killed. Cass, Arlo, Amelia, and Jackson were able to kind of, get control over a few of them and get them back into Arlo's barrier, but the others were taken out by Spectre. And even Amelia was like, "What are you doing? Like, why would you send them to get killed?" And he was like, "Oh, how careless of me." He activated his power, tore up his clothes a little bit. He stretched him out a little too far, and started attacking, going crazy on his own men. Obviously, they realized what was going on, and so Jack stepped in and kind of took charge of the sheriff a little bit, kind of knocked him back, got him on the floor and everything. Orin then took control over Flint's body as he was getting healed. It looks like he might have killed one of the healers that the sheriffs had with them. But yeah, so after that, he was like, "Oh, Agent Cassandra, we meet each other yet again. How wonderful." He got rocked. He got restrained by Amelia, who has like these whips, not like Cecile's vines, but similarly to the ones that we saw some of the Bureau agents had to restrain John back at the Wellston War. Also, Amelia's whips can heal, so that's very interesting there. After that, after they kind of got control over everything, Marcus regained his own consciousness and was kind of like, "What the hell's going on?" And they were like, "Oh crap, okay." So he was able to do that through Arlo's barrier. Like, what's going on? What's up, Lego? What is up? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, yeah, once everything was under control, though, Cass was like, "Okay, cool." Got the particle hand, slammed it down. The smoke cleared out. It was still attacking Arlo's barrier, though. It was doing some damage to it, which was causing Arlo to cough up some blood. Emilia healed up Arlo. What is up, Keyshawn? What is up? Emilia healed up Arlo. The smoke cleared, and we saw that there were six. There were six Spectre goons. Four of which we saw had the spectral claw. But there were two that didn't. We don't know if they had it for certain or what's going on there. But they were kind of like none of Orin's people that we got reports of have been here are here. Like, what's going on? We might have been given bad intel. Orin might have had control over the Bluemont guys for a while now. And so yeah, and so after that, Cass also wondered, how is he able to get control over them through Arlo's barrier? So that's where we left off that's where we're jumping into. The recap is done. So let's jump into this. So, particle hand. Smoke clears. Officers are dead. And yep, so we got 6 Spectre assets, with 4 of which have the Spectral Claw. We don't know about the last 2 though. So, and both Cass and Arlo are like, hold on. Orem, Liam, Candace, none of the people listed in our reports are here. All new faces. Were we given false information? Likely. Our scouts may have been under Oren's control all along. How was he able to influence them through Arlo's barrier? I'm calling it right now. Oren is a level 8. Like, I'm still sticking with that. Everyone doubts me. Everyone thinks I'm giving him way too high of a level. This guy is a level 8. I'm not giving up on that. He's at least level 8. I still think he's above Sarah though. Oren isn't present? Then we should be clear to leave Arlo's barrier. Not here, but he's definitely nearby. Or he wouldn't be able to take possession of our scouts. Arlo? What you gonna do, Arlo? That lady in the back. She's the source of the smoke. If we get rid of her, then she can't mess with our senses. Way ahead of you. Barrier wave! Barrier wave. It looks like he had to deactivate his barrier, though. I'm not sure, but it looks like he had to deactivate his barrier. Anyway, they jump back, and the wait. No. This can't be. Hold up. This can't be. It can't be her. I'm wondering if this lady is the Spectre, like, receptionist from way back. Okay, no, it's not. She does look kind of familiar though. She's got like blonde hair. She's got like a haircut similar to Beatrice. It looks like she has like purplish pink eyes. Anyway, so she like braces herself, and wait, no way. What? Okay, so this is kind of weird. So the guy next to her had brown hair, and he still totally does here. And he's got like a tank top on. Anyway, his barrier, he like summons like a disc barrier to like block the barrier wave, but it's green. Cass summons her particles, creates a spike and slashes down the. Oh wow. Okay, so we have yet another person whose ability is their eyes instead of their hair color. Okay. It's, for a second I thought it might have been Jax. I'm not gonna lie, because he has a very similar haircut to Jax. It's not Jax though. Jax is still home. Jax is still a big homie. Anyway, Cass might have just killed the lady because like she got her like right here, and like looks like lower upper torso, mid torso I should say. Naira, no! And Jax sneaks up on the barrier guy, right from underneath him, and the sauce. So Jax, he's like coming at him like this. Like face first. Obviously, he's in the perfect spot to like punch him. But the guy's like looking down, and he actually like twists his body and like does a handstand kick on him. And so then a beam comes. I think that might be one of the Bluemont Bureau. So a beam comes, but Arlo summons a quick barrier on him, on Jackson. Snipers. That was close. Oh no, it's just that's right. Spectre does have a lot of snipers too. Okay. So, girl. Wait a minute. No. This girl definitely looks familiar. definitely looks familiar, but I don't think she possibly could be. Hold up. Pause, guys. Pause. Okay, no, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Well, like Keyshawn, be I'm not gonna do it, Keyshawn, but like be careful with what you're saying because like if you do talk about like spoilers, like I will. Okay. So I thought it might be this chick from Rowden Hill with like the spike ability, but yeah, I was thinking of this girl from Rowden Hill who fought Arlo and Remy because like I thought because of like the hair color and the ponytail, but it's not her, not her. All right. Lego, Lego. I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm gonna give you a pass for one thing, Lego. I'm gonna give you a pass for one thing. Do we get levels? Do we get levels this episode? Bro, if Solo were here, he'd be so pissed. Okay. So, girl with the ponytail rushes, got the spectral claw. She gets a pretty nice cut on Jax. Oh, but her wait. Okay. This is okay, no. This looks totally different. And you know what? Maybe this is a different ability. The reason why it looks so weird is because the claw's not on them like it was for Candace and Liam. The claw is like in front of them. It's like an extension of their arm. Okay, so she like goes like this. The claw's like right here. No levels yet. Bro. If this was early Unordinary, Uru would have given us the abilities, the levels by now. Come on, dude. Okay, so yeah, it's like so yeah, the claw's like an extension, kind of. It's kind of like a JoJo stand basically. Theo, behind you. And then Cass with the giant particle punch. And Theo uses the claw to block. Okay. I think Theo is a girl. Interesting name for a girl. But Theo gets crushed into the wall. Okay. It could no. It definitely could be, Keyshawn. It definitely could be. I'm a little weirded out by this though. Okay, so like here's the thing. We're gonna No. Wait. Hold up. I'm gonna make a note. Okay, give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna make a note, so... Okay, so... Orin worked on a while. Okay, so I'm gonna keep a tab on that real quick. Orin worked on Project E for a while. Okay, so they're kind of, bro. That's just straight up. That's no. So there's one of a guy with like a light grayish purple hair. It's literally just John. Oh my gosh. And then we have like Zeke. We have like a Zeke Cecile mix. That's even Cecile's hair color. And that might be her icon. We have male Cecile. Sorry, we have male Cecile. So we really just have Cecil. This guy's name is Cecil. Uru. If you don't name this guy Cecil, I swear to God. We literally just have male Cecil. Anyway, so yeah. I'm gonna say right now, because these guys aren't actually putting up much of a fight, I don't think they're high tiers. So Theo knocked on the ground. Looks like she might be unconscious. But Cass is just like, okay, no, I don't think she's gonna restrain her. Arlo, do you know how Orin was able to get through your barrier? I'm not sure. It isn't something I accounted for. And Cass is just ... What? Cass, why would Arlo know? Cass, you encountered Orin with Arlo for the first time. Like, maybe she assumes that, like, well, no. Even if she were to assume he might know a little bit something because of his relationship with John and Sarah, she should also know that, like, his memories are tampered with. I don't know. Why would she ask Arlo that? Maybe because, like, she wants to know if, like, things like that get through his barrier? Maybe Lego, but we'll talk about it in a little bit. We'll take some pressure off of you. Figure it out. What do you mean, figure it out? Cass, what do you mean, Okay. Since Uru is going this route... since Uru is going this route with, like, this could also be a red herring, though. Because she's going mad hard on, like, oh, no, Orin did get through Arlo's barrier. She's going mad hard on that. So, like, maybe Orin didn't have control over everyone from the get-go? Anyway, figure it out. Like, that's such a wild thing to say, Cass. Anyway, Arlo's just... Okay, so brown-haired Jax starting to get... He puts up another barrier as Cass gives an onslaught, and it cracks. Jax right behind him. Knocks him into the ground. We're not getting a level up for Arlo. This soon? A level up for Arlo? And Arlo's just like, that took the one job. That look. Arlo, no. She wasn't disappointed in you. No, Arlo, Cass above everyone is not disappointed in you, man. She's just worried. No, Arlo, no. The one job I had was to keep Orin out. And because I failed, now all these people are gone. High stress. Does he wait. Arlo's not getting a crazy jump right now. He's not getting the diamond barrier, is he? And Cass summons some more spikes. Sends them down as they dodge. So these guys are pretty quick on their feet. and they're starting to rush Cass. Get her! And Cass is ready for it. Okay, but Arlo summons the barrier. This barrier looking a little golden? What up, Redmond? What up? This barrier looking a little golden. Ah! Arlo? What are you doing? Focus on the task I gave you. Save your strength. No one else is dying under my watch. He isn't reading my movements. He should know not to block attacks like these. Yet he's taking damage unnecessarily. And Cass sends another wave. And they dodge it. But the particles are right behind her. Huh? Jax comes up again with another kick at Cecil. And he stands tall. Bro, and he's cut up, but he's still fighting. The Southern Bureau agents. They are all so powerful. Yeah, even the youngest one. I underestimated them. No. 2 arrows? But Arlo blocks it. Why did he block that? We're already out of the way. We need to do something about those snipers. Arlo's soaking up too much damage. Yeah. And so Cass, more particles. And she's looking. She's looking. Up there. 3 of them. Get me in range. You got it. And so she summons I thought she was going to make platforms. I thought he was about to do some anime sky running. She summons a hand. Catapult. And Jax. 3 arrows coming out. All the same color too. But Jax is too quick with it. One cuts him. Dives into the ground. And he goes up a tree right behind one of them. What up, Pablo? Right behind one of them in the tree. This guy got a haircut similar to Charlie. But he's kind of stance up like in the archer stance, and Jack's right behind him. Hey, behind you! And so another guy in another tree sniping at. Are these also converted abilities? Because usually, even if they're the same ability, usually Uru would give them a different color. Well, no, the guys at the prison all had the same green shots too. The punch shots, as I like to call them. What the? And so Jax kicks him right in the face, knocks him into a tree. Ugh. And so other guy, another blue hair, got a beanie on, and shoots at Jax, and Jax is like, dodges it. Oh, but no, a shot does get through, gets him in the arm. Ugh. And then we got another blue hair. Taking another shot. Again? He's too focused on protecting. He's not using his ability tactfully. And it's throwing off my tempo. And Arlo's just like... Arlo! And Amelia's getting pissed. Amelia still... Wait. She also hasn't healed him yet in a bit. Arlo, stop it! You're taking too much damage. Don't forget who has to be the one to heal you. Ugh. You're draining both of us. You're the only one who can block Ornn's mental abilities. Save your strength in case we get Ugh. No. So, wait. Is this one of the Bureau guys? He doesn't have the blue suit. Is this one of the Bureau guys? Oh no. It is. It's Magnus. Gets to Amelia right from behind Arlo. Amelia! And one of the Spectre guys gets at Cass. Amelia. And Amelia's trying to heal herself. Grabs her arm, and Arlo's just like, Arlo. Oh, that's right. Magnus had the wrist needle. Arlo, we meet again. Honestly, I'm a bit offended. A high-profile mission targeting me? And the Bureau sends a rookie like you. I mean, look at you. A couple of dead teammates, and you can barely hold yourself together. On the other hand, thanks to your incompetence, I can kill everyone here. And finally indulge my hatred for you, disgraceful parasites. No. And he's like poking at Amelia's neck. No. The needle's cracking. Pinpointed barriers? The needle snaps. Get the hell away from her! Orin, you crazy bastard! Oh no. Careful now, or you'll hurt another teammate. Need I to remind you, there aren't many of you left. Shut up! Arlo puts up a barrier around him and... What the hell is wrong with me? I've been acting like a fool all day. Dragging everyone else down with me. Amelia... Okay, I just want to point out. Emilia is healing herself. It seems like it's not straining her. Emilia is hands down the strongest healer we've seen to date. It's not straining her to heal herself. I think she's only draining, right, like feeling damage right now, because obviously she got hit. Ugh. I need to calm down and do what I was brought here to do. Our northern scouts were probably discovered early on in their mission. Orin had planted it himself into their minds. Okay, so Jet, Salem, was that her name? Sable. Wait, Sable? Yeah, no, that's totally Sable. And the other kid. What was that other kid? Lucan. Poor Lucan, man. Poor Lucan. I spent all my time preparing against incoming mental attacks, preventing any connection from forming between us and Orin. But the possibility of an already established link never once crossed my mind. Okay, so yeah, we were right. We were right. She healed more. Okay, wait. No. Well, I don't know. Elaine has done a lot of healing. Like, Blyke was pretty messed up against Go and Rain. Arlo got messed up by Sarah. Let's see. What else is there? Elaine had to heal. I'm gonna say an almost dead Ventus and Melee, as well as a very harmed Arlo, and she had to heal up John a pretty good amount. We know that she didn't do it all the way, but she had to heal up John a pretty good amount. She had to heal up Remy a few times. She had to heal up Ison a few times, and then obviously like Sarah from the kidnapping and everything. Like, Elaine has done a fair bit of healing. I honestly wouldn't say that in this one fight Emilia has done more healing than Elaine has. Elaine has done a lot. She really has. But I'll tell you this right now. I'll tell you guys this right now. No one is coming close to Doc in terms of heal count. Doc has hands down healed the most in this series. Anyway. Okay, but yeah, we were right. Pre-established linked. Keyshawn, Ventus and Melee were definitely almost dead. Serafina was unconscious. From I would say from her Spectre kidnapping, I wouldn't say she was drastically like dead there. But because she only got stabbed. But no, like it, like Remy, like definitely. Remy, like that was not Remy versus Vulcan was not a normal street fight. I will give you this. I'll give you this. Remy versus Waldo, that was probably a normal street fight. But like also, Ison was like close to like. Ison was also not like a street fight. That was not street fight damage. Absolutely not. Instead of looking outside my barrier, I need to focus my inward. Focus my inward. I've been doing it all wrong. Why are there green chains? Oh. Okay, the green chains are from Orin. Okay. So there are like green chains coming from Magnus's head. And Arlo's just kind of like... Okay, so the chains break. Anyone else feel like this is kind of... Anyone else feel like this is kind of a stretch? I don't... Okay, anyway. No, Arlo definitely got a level up. You know what? This is definitely a level up for Arlo. I'm going to say he's equal to Cass now. Welcome, Miriam. Welcome. I'm going to say he's equal to Cass now. He's 6 point... What is Cass? 6.8? He might be 6.8 now. This is definitely a level up. And also, like, okay. And Magnus just falls unconscious. And Arlo's nose is bleeding. Chief! Rah! You brat. What the hell did you do? Orin, your little possession trick won't work anymore. Is Cass getting a level up? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Cass might be at her limit, honestly. Cass might be at her limit. Like, maybe she'll still get maybe she'll get like a little bump. Maybe she'll hit 7 because I think like we were talking about it last week. Like she's what, like a 6.8, right? She's 6.8. Maybe she'll reach like 7 if she gets some maybe she'll 6.8. Maybe she'll get a level up maybe she'll get like some higher stats. Maybe she'll get some slightly higher stats, but I think Cass is pretty close to her level, to her cap. Okay, and also Arlo's barrier is kind of taking the shape of like a honeycomb, kind of like the, what is that? That's a hexagon, like a hexagon type shape. Kuyo? Okay. Here's why I think Kuyo here's why I think Kuyo could actually potentially out-level Cassandra. Because, like, Kuyo's in the streets, bro. Kuyo's in the streets. Like, him and the trio, they're fighting for their life every day. Cass, like... I was about to say something wild. I was about to say something so wild. Okay, like, Kuyo's out fighting for his life out there. Cass is, like, held up in an office a lot of the time. And so, this might be, like, her first, like... This might be her first actual mission, like, her first actual fight in a while. In a fair while. But, yeah. Bro. Arlo got his moment of high stress. So yeah, I think Arlo might be He might be 6.8 now. I think he might be equal to Cass now. Valerie's gonna love that though. Okay. But like, I don't know. This feels... I'm not gonna lie. Okay, guys. Be honest with me. Be honest with me. Am I being a hater? Or did this thing with Arlo feel like a bit of a stretch? I feel like it felt like a bit of a stretch. Like I don't know. The pinpoint tiny barrier. The pinpoint tiny barrier. Okay. That was pretty cool. That was definitely pretty cool. So Pablo. So speaking of that, some people have speculated. I think we've also talked about it with Ty too at some points. Some people have speculated that Elaine might be able to heal Arlo's brain and get his memory back. And because of this right now, what he did with getting rid of that on Magnus, is Arlo going to be able to do that to himself now? Is that what you're setting up? I feel like, okay. I guess you can make the argument. Explain, Lego. Please elaborate. Because, like, when you think about it, Arlo's barrier definitely does protect against mental attacks. And like non-physical stuff. We saw that it was able to like block hypnosis as well as sense manipulation. Miriam, John's entire life has been a stressful situation. So like and like because of that, you can say that Arlo is able to block aura. Like he's obviously able to like block aura attacks. And like, yeah, like mental... I had another thought, and it's kind of made me a little mad. Not like I'm not gonna go on another rampage. If Arlo can block and break mental abilities, why can't John copy them? If we're going around the like that Arlo's barrier blocks aura, even mental based abilities, again, why can't John copy mental abilities? That really doesn't work in my opinion. Anyway, it's cool. It's cool that he was able to do this, but also I think it's kind of weird because like yeah, like okay, it seemed like Amelia was able to get rid of it on Flint. Like, okay, I'm gonna check the last episode again. I'm gonna check the last episode. I'm gonna, because it really does seem like Amelia gets rid of it. Okay, so Amelia wraps up Flint, and then she like Okay. Okay. So, okay. It doesn't look like for certain that Amelia gets rid of it on Flint. What it does look might be happening is that she's transferring damage from Cassandra to Flint, and like the glow in Flint's eyes does decrease a little bit, but they ultimately close and he falls unconscious. So okay, Amelia doesn't seem to complete it. It doesn't seem like 100% that she gets rid of the glow of the control. Okay, so there's that. There's that. I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I do think it's cool. I'm glad Arlo is getting his moment. It does feel like a little okay. Okay, cool. 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 However, I'm going to say this. Because Arlo is able to block mental abilities, he was able to block Farah and Sylvia relatively easily, like their mental points. So yeah, he was able to block their abilities, even though both of them are higher level than him. Farah by a little bit, Sylvia by like a lot, as we've seen. I believe Sylvia was 7. She was whatever. She was weaker than John. But because Arlo couldn't block against the mental aspect of Orin's ability, I'm still saying that Orin is at least level 8. True. Well, okay, actually, Lego. One piece of evidence that we have for that is Psyshot. Because for whatever reason, just because again, this is like, Uru, please confirm stuff. Uru, like it wouldn't kill you. Arlo or John for whatever reason, John didn't copy Psyblast. Whether or not because he couldn't or because he didn't feel like he needed it, I don't know. No, like Lego, for this fight, John only had Azure Storm and Royal Guard. He only had 2 abilities. And we've seen John use at least 3 high tier abilities plus an elite tier ability in the past. Like he wasn't too full on abilities for this fight. For whatever reason, he just didn't copy Psyblast. Again, whether or not that's because he couldn't or just didn't, we don't really know. That's what Ison said way back when, yeah. Oh, and Claire, I think. And Claire. Yeah, and of course time manipulation as well. Like we've never seen him do that, even though like he should be able to, in my opinion. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Okay. Back to what I wanted to talk about though. Where did I put that? Here. Okay. Orin has worked on Project E for a while. So actually, we could probably pull up that file again. No, not here. Nope, not here. What is your name again, John? What's your name now? Joe. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's fair. That is fair. That is fair. Lego. That's fair. Okay. So Project E. Orin has been was working on Project E way back when, way before like Ember became like a public thing. So obviously the Bureau had been working on conversion tech for a long time, which of course means that Orin was working on conversion tech a long time. And if I, well, let's see. And I forget. Did we ever, guys? Did we ever get confirmation that like Orin was like the head of these, like of any of these projects? Because we definitely know that he worked on them, like when he was still with the Bureau. Anyway, because Orin has been, because these guys, they're holding their own like pretty well. They're holding their own pretty well, but like they're getting like taken out pretty quickly. I have a feeling that these guys might be elite tiers instead of high tiers specifically. Maybe they might be high elite tiers, like higher level elite tiers. But I have a feeling that these guys are like elite tiers instead of high tiers specifically. And also like we still don't know for certain if like Uru's just changed up the art style with Spectral Claw, and that's why it looks different / incomplete for how it did for Liam and Candace. But maybe Orin has learned to kind of give elite tiers. Maybe he's learned to like give them higher or better abilities and stuff. Maybe he's learned to like convert abilities onto elite tiers now that he has his research back and everything, and he could get back to work on that and stuff. Who knows? That's all I'm thinking of. So yeah, I don't know. God, I wish Uru would just give us some levels already. Are levels too much to ask for, Uru? Are they too much to ask for? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yes, Jackson, absolute go. I'm saying it. I'm sticking with it, Lego. I'm sticking with it that Jackson. I stand by what I said last week that like Trick is definitely his highest stat. Power right after that because he was able to like get a good one on Marcus pretty way. But like I'm saying it right now, his speed's definitely nothing to laugh at. This guy definitely got some speed on him. But Amelia, bro, Amelia, and I'm telling you, healing is not taking a toll on Amelia. Bro, she's too clean. She's too clean. She's too clean, Tangerine. All right. So what do we think, guys? What do we think? A reread? Is it reread time? All right, guys. If you weren't here for the first reading, the reread is happening right now. The reread's happening right now, guys. Oh, and this episode felt so long. Oh, wait, that's what I wanted to check. And I'm gonna scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong episode. All that scrolling and I was on the wrong episode. This episode was definitely long too. Yeah, no. Like, once again, Uru, you and the team absolutely cooked up this week. Absolutely cooked up this week. Oh my gosh, this episode is actually massive. Okay. I think we know. I think we know who the new team member is. For Uru. I think we know who the new team member is. Because we have Delamenti, Chosrito, 123, Chaco Comics, and then of course Akikakis. But there's a name I don't think we've seen before called Zappispen. Zappispen? Anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think we've seen Zappa's pen before. Zappa's pen. Zappa's pen? Maybe? Yeah, Zappa's pen. Welcome to the team, man. Thank you for your hard work. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, now we'll do the reread. Now it's reread time, guys. Here we go. If you're not here, the reread's starting right now. Particle hand. Hold on. Orin, Liam, Candace. Bro, I'm telling you this right now. I'll say this right now, too. If Liam and Candace were here, they would have been so fucked. If Liam and Candace were here, no. Absolutely not. Well, Arlo probably could have trapped Liam with a barrier, actually. Arlo probably could have trapped Liam with his barrier, actually. So maybe not. Maybe not. Anyway, none of the people listed on our reports are here. All these new faces. Were we given false information? Likely. Our scouts may have been under Orin's control all along. How was he able to influence them through Arlo's barrier? So they're standing. Orin isn't present. Then we should be able to leave Arlo's barrier. Then we should be clear to leave Arlo's barrier. Not here, but he's definitely nearby. Or he wouldn't be able to take possession of our scouts. Maybe they know that. Maybe they know that because they do have record of Orin. They do have record of Orin. Like the bureau definitely knew like Orin's ability and how it worked. But I don't know. He was in the same building as Rain. But obviously So the smoke was Lego. The smoke was literally just a diversion. It was literally just a diversion to get control of the battlefield. It was not conversion technology. Orin's command is in the smoke. It was not that. I'm telling you right now. Orin's command was not in the smoke. It was literally just to obstruct their vision so that they could attack. So that Spectre could attack and like take him out. Like that's literally all it was. And it did its job for how long it lasted. Like they were able to like damage Arlo's barrier and like, get that started. Arlo, that lady in the back, she's the source of the smoke. Also, Lego, I don't think the smoke would have qualified as a red herring. Or wait. Yeah, like I don't think you would necessarily call that a red herring just because the fandom thought, "Oh, Orin's command is in the smoke." Like no, it was literally just a smoke screen so that they could ambush the Bureau. It was literally just for the purpose of ambushing them. She's the source of the smoke. If we get rid of her, then she can't mess with our senses. Way ahead of you. And Arlo, barrier wave at her. And this guy, this is the crazy... Okay, so the spectral claw guys jump out and dodge it. And she's like, but other guy blocks it. Cast summons the particles and breaks through that guy's shield and takes out the girl. Naira, no. And Jax pulls up under barrier guy, kicks him right in the chin. But a sniper and arrow shoots at Jax, but Arlo is able to block it. Bro, I'm Lego, I'm sorry. The fandom is getting too crazy sometimes. The amount of people I saw in this chat on Reddit and shit, just like, Orin's command is in the smoke. If they drop the barrier, the smoke will trigger Orin's commandment. He will have control of, like, that's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works. Here's the thing about Orin. Orin's whole thing is wanting control. He wants to be in charge, down to his attitude, how he was like making risky plays in order to seize control of the strongest part of the country. His own ability lets him manipulate and control others. You think Orin would never let his ability be used in converter technology. Like, he would never do that, because that would mean giving someone else control. That would mean giving someone else the ability to control others. Like, Orin would not do that. Orin would absolutely not do that. And, like, it definitely seems like Miranda might be a higher figurehead in Spectre than Orin. That's most likely why he's made a break for her, like, territory. Why he's so close to there. We know that Bluemont's not exactly in Miranda's territory, but we know that it's really close. That's because, remember, she commanded Orin, give them their abilities back for the time being. We'll discuss things further and we'll come to a decision then. But what did Orin say? What did Orin do in response to that? Fine, I'll do it, but it's gonna be on my terms. Orin would never use his ability for converter technology, because that means he's okay with someone else having control, and he's not. Anyway, so Jax almost gets sniped. Arlo blocks it, and Jax is like, snipers? And Arl's just like, huh? And he's coughing up a little bit of blood. That was close. But Theo comes up with her claw, slashes at Oren, and he gets, or no, slashes at Jax, and Jack, welcome. It's okay. We just started. They took out the lady with the smoke. Oren's control was not in the smoke. They took out the smoke lady. They took out a shield guy who was defending her. There are snipers that are shooting out, and yeah, Theo, behind you. And Theo guards up as Cass punches at her. And Theo's on the ground. And Cass is just, Arlo, do you know how Oren was able to get through your barrier? I'm not sure. It isn't something I accounted for. Wait a minute. They can't possibly. I just realized. What were the files they had? What were the files that they had for this mission? Okay, wait. Okay, no. They do know his name is Raphael. Okay, so they do know that. History notes, Spectre, extensive history with next gen, worked on amplifiers. Why do they know this? What? Why do they know this? Why were they given files for this? Why does Oren's file specifically say? Oh, you guys can't see. This is what their files say for the mission. They know his name is Raphael, but also it does say, and of course, like ability command, and of course Uru blotted out the level. History notes, Spectre extensive history with Spectre executive, Spectre executive, history with next gen, worked on amplifiers. Why do they know that? Because if they know that next gen worked on amplifiers. No. That's not what I'm saying. Lego. Think about it. The authorities are doing everything in their power to hide the truth about Ember. They're doing everything they can to hide the truth about Ember. I'm pretty sure it's fairly well known within the Bureau that Next Gen and the Bureau have ties. They have very close ties. Because I think this was episode 80. Let's go all the way back. Oh shit, when did they talk? It had to have been Woba Boba. It had to have been Woba Boba. Right? if someone has the episode where they talked about how a next gen lab was broken into at the start of the series, please tell me where. Where is it? Where is it? Chapter 38. Okay, we're close. We're close. No, not here. Not here. Was it here? Boom. Right here. Right here. A few months ago, these attacks began, and we've still found. Wait, no, not here. Not here. Where is it? Okay. 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 I can't find it. So I'm just gonna go back. But we know for certain. We know for certain. Okay. But here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. That was that that was specifically John and Sarah's document from Spectre Jack. But this one, it says history with next gen worked on amplifiers. Why do they know that? Because the Bureau is doing everything in their power to hide the fact that they have a connection to Ember. And if it's known to the public that next gen and the Bureau have a connection, I believe even Layla said on her date with Doc that like they're specifically backed by the Bureau of Authority. Why this would lead people to know that freaking if next gen was working on amplifiers, that's probably a link to Ember, is it not? Like, am I crazy? Yeah. Yeah, that exactly that, Lego. So why would this be on the file? Why would this be on the file for a group of people who shouldn't know about Ember? That's kind of weird to me. I don't know. I feel like that's just a little strange. I feel like that's a little strange, honestly. Anyway, the reread continues. Well, I'm not sure. It isn't something I accounted for. And Cass is just ... We'll take some pressure off of you. Figure it out. And Arlo's just like... Ugh. And Shield Guy gets up. Ugh. Tries to block, but Cass... Jackson right behind him gets him into the ground. Ugh. And Arlo's just like, that look. The one job I had was to keep Orin out. And because I failed, now all these people are gone. Ugh. And Cass gets her particle spikes. So, she sends her spikes down, but they dodge out of the way. These guys actually are handling themselves pretty well. They might actually be high tiers now that I think a little bit more about it. Maybe they might be high tiers. Anyway, so they rush it. They rush at Cass. Get her! And Cass prepares for a block. She's just like, but Arlo. Most people don't know about amplifiers, though. I don't know if that's a well-known thing outside of the people. Okay. So, Jack, in the past, yes. In the past, yeah. Well, actually, no. I don't. Okay, no. But what I'm trying to say, I was going to say, the public probably knows about them now because the trio was reported for dealing them, for using their vigilante activities to deal them. But no, I think it was specifically named illegal substances. But I'm pretty sure not even like normals, like lower tiered employees. I'm pretty sure not every employee at the bureau is supposed to know about the amplifiers. That's just my theory. That's just like episode 47. Thank you as always, Lego. Here we go. Yes, thank you, Lego. As we know, Next Gen Research Facility is a private company that specializes in researching and understanding the roots of our abilities. Recently, one of our sources came through and informed that Next Gen had been working on a top secret project led by the authorities. However, 2 months ago, this project was put on hold. It was reportedly a majority of the research data and equipment has been stolen or destroyed. Information is still limited. So yes, the public obviously knows that Next Gen is connected to the Bureau somehow. And we know that people in Unordinary do pay attention to the news. We do know that. So I'm still just a little confused. Once again, I didn't put it on screen. I'm still just a little perplexed as to why the Bureau would specifically put, hey, yeah, he was also with us at Next Gen. Also, he was working on the amplifiers. So, there's that. Why would the Bureau put that? It's just a little odd. It's just a little odd to me. Anyway, that's not the point. Arlo blocks the attack for Cass, and they get the recoil damage. Arlo? What are you doing? Focus on the task I gave you. Save your strength. No one else is dying on my watch. He isn't reading my movements. He should know not to block block attacks like these. Yet he's taking damage unnecessarily. And she blocks again. She goes for a slash at them, but they jump out of the way. Jax pulls up under Cecil, kicks him back. This guy is straight up just Cecil and Zeke's son. And Jack, Jack's got that shit on. Jackson got that shit on, bro. The Southern Bureau agents, they're all so powerful. Yeah, even the youngest one. I underestimated them. Snipers. Pew! Why did he block that? We were already out of the way. And Arlo's coughing up blood. We need to do something about those snipers. Arlo's soaking up too much damage. Yeah. And the particles. She sees through the particles. Up there! 3 of them! Get me in range. You got it. She summons the hand. Jackson jumps on it. Okay, okay. But guys, what I'm saying, that I'm not saying like what I'm trying to say is, if the Bureau is I highly doubt that like any like much regarding to Ember is like declassified, but I don't we need to know more about the Bureau specifically. But I don't think everyone at the Bureau knows about amplifiers. Cass didn't know about amplifiers up into, or at least as far as we know, Cass didn't know about amplifiers until Arlo told her about it, and she got like the files from Remy and stuff. She didn't know about that. The Bureau didn't know that Cass knew about that. If Cass didn't know, I highly doubt that Jackson and Amelia knew about that as well. Now, again, we can easily assume that Farah knows that Cass knows, because Farah went into Arlo's memory and specifically did her editing to make sure that everything was still intact. So maybe this is like a red herring for, maybe this is like, you know, that maybe this is like a little tidbit, a little seed to plant, like why didn't Cass question the amplifiers part, to like get her in like a gotcha, or like, hey, we figured you out, we know you know. But again, like, it's so weird because like, why would they specifically say and let it be known that Next Gen was working on amplifiers when the public, and of course that would obviously include employees of the Bureau, they know that they are connected. So if I don't know. It's just it's my mind. Now my mind is just in a storm right now, Lego. My mind is in a storm right now. So yeah. Anyway, so launches Jackson with the particle hand, launches himself. The shots come, but he's just like, nah, I'm good. He dodges it. One cuts him though, goes into the ground, comes up in a tree. Okay, wait. So Lego, I'm gonna say this. Because it seems like he specifically chose to avoid the arrows. I don't think that Jackson is able to just phase through anything. Because if he was able to like phase through anything, I think he would have avoided the arrows like relatively fine. And we'll talk about it a little bit more in a bit, like when we're done here. Anyway, Jackson at the first arrow guy, haircut like Charlie. Hey, behind you! And Jackson like, what the? And Jackson just kicks him right in the face, knocks him into a tree. Other guy shoots at him, and Jackson just like dodges it, but another shot does get him. He jumps back. The spectral claws are coming. They're launching, and Arlo is blocking them again. He's too focused on protecting. He's not using his ability tactfully, and he's throwing off my tempo. And Arlo's just like, dot. Amelia's just like, Arlo, stop it! You're taking too much damage. Don't forget who has to be the one to heal you. And Arlo's just like, you're training both of us. You're the only one who can block Ornn's mental abilities. Save your strength in case he ambushes. And Magnus shows up with his needle wrist. Stabs Amelia. And Arlo's just like, dot. Amelia! Spectre guy slashes it. Amelia. Arlo and Ornn through Magnus. We meet again. Honestly, I'm a bit offended. A high-profile mission targeting me. And the Bureau sends a rookie like you? I mean, look at you. A couple of dead teammates and you can barely hold yourself together. On the other hand, thanks to your incompetence, I can kill everyone here. And finally indulge my hatred for you. Disgraceful parasites. I mean, it's kind of cool. He got needles. He got, yeah. In a world where we got sick ass claw abilities, needle wrists are yeah. Disgrace. No, and he's pointed at Amelia, and it's digging into her neck a little. No, but a barrier right on Amelia's neck. Get away from her! Punches Magnus and grabs him by the neck. Orin, you crazy bastard! Careful now, or you'll hurt another teammate. Need I remind you that there aren't many of you left? Shut up! Puts a barrier around them. What the hell is wrong with me? I've been acting like a fool all day, dragging everyone else down with me. I need to calm down and do what I was brought here to do. Our northern scouts were probably discovered early on in their mission. Orin had planted himself into their minds, and through them he's been feeding us false intel. I spent all my time preparing against incoming mental attacks, preventing any connection from forming between us and Orin. But the possibility of an already established link never once crossed my mind. Instead of looking outside my barrier, I need to focus my inward. I've been doing it all wrong. So there are chains coming from Magnus's head, and Arlo's focusing on them. And a honeycomb grid shows up against Arlo. And the barrier snaps the chains. And it also kind of goes around. Okay, so seems like Arlo's got like transmitting barriers now. Like he's able to, like, if he's, seems like maybe if he's connected to someone, he could put a barrier around them. Anyway, man, it's just like, and Arlo's nose bleeds. Going back to my theme of Orin and control, Lego. What also happened as soon as Orin lost control over someone? He freaked the fuck out. True, Colton. I'll touch on that in a second, Doey. Chief! Ah! And Orin's in control now. You brat! What the hell did you do? Orin, your little possession trick won't work anymore. Be careful about that, Arlo. Be careful about it. Be careful about it, boy. That's where the episode ends. So, I don't want to say this is 100% a theory of mine, but I do have the sneaking suspicion that Orin might still be in cahoots with the Bureau in some way, Doey, to like have control. But we can probably infer that, like, we could probably guess that, like, the Bureau, like, Orin's freaking insane. Like, we're seeing the lengths he's going to maintain control over something like Spectre. He probably wanted control of the Bureau as well, and just wasn't getting it, you know. And also, like, maybe he was like thrown away with his research and stuff. We could probably infer that from, like, what he called, what did he say specifically? For indulging my hatred for you, disgraceful parasites. He probably feels like they, like, leached off of him and, like, mooched off of him his, like, knowledge and, like, all of his research and stuff. But that's just a thought. That's just a thought. And that's what I'm talking about, Colton. Like, I don't hate this. It does feel a little like this came out of nowhere, though. Like, it does feel like a little like, okay, like, but, like, again, like, we know that Arlo has had the capability to protect against mental attacks, like hypnosis, like sensory manipulation. So we know that he's been able to do that. But something like this is kind of like, okay, so the barrier can like fight against that's cool. It feel to me personally, it feels a little weird. Um, Uru, if you want to message me the details about this and like how like you came to this decision, okay. Like I said, I don't hate this. It just does make me raise an eyebrow a little bit. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Lego. Okay, but yeah, going back to what I was saying. Going back to what I was saying before. No, this one. Again, I don't think everyone at the Bureau knows about amplifiers. Colton, put your reasoning, put your notes, show your notes, Colton. Explain it to me, please. I don't, again, going back to this, I don't think everyone at the Bureau knows about amplifiers. So the fact that it would be in Raphael's file for the people going on the mission to do that, I don't know. Is Uru just like reusing? Well, like no, because like it's not 100% reusing the assets, because obviously like the file obviously didn't also include like the stuff like Project E, stuff like that. So like yeah, they're not giving away. Oh wait, no, not that one. This one. They're not giving away everything. But I don't know. It feels a bit strange that like his file. It feels a little strange in my opinion that his file for this mission. I don't think so, Colton. I don't think so. Because everything with Arlo, everything with Sarah and time manipulation is it's a little weird, because sometimes she can freeze one person, but we've seen times where like she literally just freezes everything. So I don't know. I doubt it. And if he's able to like resist time manipulation through this like new barrier armor he has, I don't know. That's a little weird in my opinion. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can get with that, Colton. Like I said, I don't hate it. I'm not gonna go off on a tangent about why this is like an ass pull or anything. It just feels a little bit like. But yeah. Okay, fair, Lego. Fair. But yeah. The Bureau, I don't know. This is confusing me though. Why would they say that? Why would they say that next gen, the ability, like the company specifically behind the Bureau, why would they say that they're working on amplifiers when that's not public knowledge? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, man. It's weird. Anyway, still, nonetheless, with that one little nitpick I have, great episode. Like this, this was a really good episode. Aside from also no levels, but man, Uru, Oh yeah, and Zappa's pen. Welcome to the team, man. I don't know. I don't know if you're new. I'm pretty sure you are, but like, dude, thanks for your hard work. Anyway, question of the day: what's Arlo's new level? I think he's up there with Cass now. I think he might be 6.8 now. I think Arlo might be 6.8 now. He got good level on him. But yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know, Lego, because guys, guys, I don't think she could. I don't think she could. The thing about Valerie, the thing about Valerie, Arlo's very defensive with his barrier. We almost always see him use it to protect himself, to defend himself. And once he knows that he's good, once Arlo knows that he's okay, then he'll trap the opponent in a barrier and use that against them so that they can't escape. And then of course, in order for typically the way it was in the past, in order for Arlo to deal damage, to actually deal damage, they had to attack first. Arlo's very defensive with his barrier. Arlo uses his barrier, like you would assume, like you could guess, like a shield. Valerie doesn't. Valerie doesn't. From the few times we've seen Valerie use her barrier, use her ability, yes, she's used it for defense as well, But Valerie's barrier, she uses a lot more offensively. Arlo is reactive with his barrier. Valerie is proactive. Valerie makes moves with her barrier. Valerie attacks with her barrier. We see here, obviously, she uses it to trap Sarah, similarly to how Arlo will sometimes trap it. But this is also to outnumber Sarah. And right here, I don't know if Valerie... I don't know. It's just straight up. It's just straight up barrier. It's also a barrier, Colton. This is weird because I don't know if this is just aura or if this is a barrier. I don't think it is because there's no crack or there's no broken glass or anything. But yeah, Valerie is incredibly offensive with her barrier. Is it here? Yeah, it's just straight up called barrier. Oh, duh, of course it was during the Spectre raid. Yeah, she probably has armor too. Okay, but yeah, look at this. Look at this. Well, actually, no. It's an explosion of some kind. Okay. Anyway. Yes, she blocks an attack for Arlo. Yes. But, again, whereas Arlo focuses on defense typically before this point, Valerie stands back. She blocks an attack, yes, but what does she actually do? She counters with a more powerful attack. And then, of course, we go all the way down here. Vert. Valerie, 7.5. So, yeah. Barrier. But, like I said, Arlo has been more like a shield with his barrier, and we see that now, too. Like, he used a shield to get rid of... He used his barrier to get rid of Orin's control. But, one thing I noticed... Again, one thing I was noticing... What is the shape of Valerie's barrier? It's triangular. It's like a diamond. Kind of like a spearhead. I'll use this one specifically because this helps serve my point. So, no, I don't think that Valerie would be able to use her ability in a way similar to Arlo, because Arlo has been very defensive with his barrier up until now. Valerie has almost always seemingly been offensive with her barrier. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Her barrier, well, actually, we could pull up this part right here. I don't think so. I don't think so, Colton. Because, like... Where is it? Right here? We can see here. Maybe. Welcome, Panzer. So yeah, we see here like there's not like this is like multiple attacks right here that she just tanked. There's like no damage or anything. And even right here, I wouldn't say that this ability was anything to scoff at, or this attack was anything to scoff at. Again, there's no damage, there's no cracks. I think the only time we really saw her barrier get cracked was when she was up against Sarah, the strongest character we've seen like in this series. Okay. Because I still stand by this. I still stand by this. Because we know these can float. These can float. Because we know. Because we know she can move them, and again, they float. Valerie can absolutely create one, jump on it, and just fly off. She can do that. That's canon. That's true. Arlo can do multiple barriers. But how strong they are actually remains to be seen. But again, going back here, even if she has a limited number of triangles to work with, she's got a lot to work with. Like, Sarah, like, even if she has a limited number of triangles, she's got a lot to work with. We can't say that for certain yet, Panzer, because John has also still yet to do the energy pulse. Maybe Lego, maybe. But yeah, I feel like it's still not fair to call Val. Okay. Here's also why. I still feel like it's not fair to call Val's barriers more fragile than Arlo's, because she was just up against Sarah. And even then, this was doing the trick against Sarah. The only reason Sarah was able to get out was because Layla stepped in and distracted her. Yeah, she broke her concentration. Anyway. Question of the day. Arlo's new level. Go for it. I'm saying 6.8. I think he's even with Cass now. Dang, that means he leaves Kuyo in the dust too now. Dang. Next time he runs into Kuyo, he's going to be like, I'm not that kid you were able to pick on anymore, Kuyo. I'll beat your ass. Yes, she does. No, 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 no. This is definitely reflective damage. This is because like this would not be from crushing. This is straight up from Sarah trying to break out. Absolutely. And then is there another one? Not there. We're going to go back here again. As we can see here, boom, that's reflective damage. That's reflective damage, Colton. Bro, Arlo is so happy his aunt came to save him. Look at him. He's like, oh, she's here. Aunt Val. Bro, Arlo is literally like, Arlo's here to stop all the bad guys. What's that one? I don't know. You guys know the panel I'm talking about. When she was like, I'm going to stop all the bad guys, Arlo. Don't worry. Everything is going to be A-okay. Yeah, what is Arlo? I always forget the new levels. What is Arlo now? He 6.6? 6.5. 6.5. So he jumped 2.2 at the Wellston raid. And then yeah, now he's so yeah. Don't get me wrong. This new form of his barrier is pretty cool. I wouldn't say that this would warrant a super crazy level up though. Like I will say he might have higher trick now. He might have higher he might have max defense now. But he also probably has a bit of extra trick too. Yeah, exactly, like Ison, especially more than Blake, I feel like his level up was very warranted because like the jump in his level was like warranted because of how much drastically that changed Ison's ability. But with Arlo, yes, this like yeah, higher recovery. Yeah, he can get a bit more recovery too. But yeah, he's definitely. I think he might have max defense now, and then some higher trick. Bro, does the wiki really not have his stat sheet? Okay, okay. Arlo needs to match new Boston John. No, bro. No, we don't. Am I still live? I should still be live, I hope. Oh, crap. Panzer. Okay, okay. I think I'm back. Cool. Panzer. One thing you should know about John. He gonna get that ability. If John wants your ability, he's gonna get it. Okay. So yeah, he probably got max defense now, maybe close to max. He definitely got a little bit extra trick. Probably has a bit of, actually, yeah, since this would technically count as like healing someone, definitely more recovery too. 6.8. 6.8, definitely. .3. That's what she was. Yeah, I would honestly say Arlo probably has the best passive. Of the group. Like being immune to like weaker attacks. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Guys, we gotta go back yet again. We gotta go back. It's so peak. Remy's has its uses. Remy's passive has its uses. I wish it would come up more often, but it's definitely down there. Right now, I would honestly say Blyke probably has the worst. If his passive gets stronger as Blyke gets stronger, which obviously it should, Blyke will probably have the best. If Blyke can get to a high enough level, he would definitely have the best passive. But as it is right now, it's a little... Anyway, guys, right here, this is how you know. Bro, this attack ain't nothing. This attack right here it's not nothing. But what does Arlo do? He literally just like, boom, pimp slaps it away. The only not a scratch on him. It just cut up his clothes. Bro. And then John running. That attack right there. Nothing. Arlo probably does have the best passive. Once I activate my barrier, he'll most likely be able to use it. I have only one shot to take him down. And you didn't take him down, Arlo. He cracked it. He's you. This stat sheet makes me so happy. This stat sheet makes me so happy. Bro. Thanks to my ability, he's barely taking any reflective damage. Bro. God, I love that fight so much. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Bro, it's so good. All right. Chapter 89. Bro, I have to go all the way back again. Come on. 89. Oh, yeah. True. Well, how's John's hand? Do we see John's hand after this? John doesn't really react to punching Arlo. Yeah, his hand's fine. Yeah, no. But like, especially now that like John also has like a strength enhancement, it's probably not enough to like severely damage Arlo, but it's definitely enough to get the barrier out. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, hold up. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, is it right here? Might be right here. No, it's not. Wait, no. Go back. Wait, what? Don't worry, bro. I got your back. Okay, then Zeke. This line right here. You think just having Cecile's ability is enough to beat me? It 100% is, Arlo. Bro. This is how you know John got Arlo's skin. This is how you know John got underneath Arlo's skin right here. Because 100%, damn it, it's not, I always forget. This is how you know. Because Cecile's ability 100% is enough to beat Arlo. Because, like, okay, even if it's not enough to beat Arlo on its own, he's getting your ability, Arlo. He is. Okay, let's check out these comments, bro. Poor Arlo is out of his element. He doesn't have control over the situation. He's blaming himself for people dying, and he's acting out of line because he's under the additional pressure Val placed on him. I'm very proud of him for getting a grip to save his life. Yeah, he's trying his best. Okay, wait, no, I don't care about this. Arlo's ability about to evolve. I can hear this. Hexagons are the bestagons. Wait, I can't wait for John and Sarah to join the show. It's gonna be lit. Arlo can shield mental abilities. What? This implies so much about Aura. Holy shit. Also, the cast panels were also cool. Who is that green range teleport? I think we can all agree that Arlo's definitely not going to be as strong as Valerie is. I think we can all agree with that. Yeah. Bro. I don't know why like no, I like John clearly got under his skin. That's why Arlo said that, but like, bro, it would definitely be enough. It would be enough, Arlo. It would easily be enough. Anyway, that's going to be it for Unordinary. Oh my gosh. 2 hours. 2 hours of unordinary nonsense. Yeah. 2 hours of Unordinary. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead. Jump over to Jungle Juice. Question of the day for Unordinary. What's Arlo's new level? Because you know he got to level up. Anyway, last week there were some bugs, and Suchan showed up. He took out them bugs. But yeah, Propolis and the TAs were holding it down. No, not Propolis. Stray Dogs. Stray Dogs. Oh, and these guys. I forgot about these guys. Dawn and Hyona. But yeah, they were holding it down. And then Suchan showed up and he took out the Hungry Caterpillar. Let's jump into this, shall we? What the hell? Masked oldies. Masked oldie? What? Did you really stop the likes of them? Pathetic! She's coming this way! Don't worry. Defense mechanism of Spiny Orb Weaver Spider. There's a sticky liquid at the end of the spider's spiny orb, which is used to capture the target, as in finishing. Oh, as in fishing, which is used to capture the target, as in fishing. Jerking action. Why would you name it? Why would you name it that? Why would you name it jerking action? Why would you name it that? Sky. Defense mechanism of cicada. You're not Hat, dude. Willow bark cicada. I can finally look cool in front of Hana. Sophomore at Department of Practical Entomology. Mojin Gu. We have never seen this guy. Who is this? Have we seen this guy? If they're dropping his name, we have never seen this guy. Who are you? You annoying little... But you can't defeat me with this. Su-chan and Huijin are doing their best to keep us safe. Oh. We can't just sit idly by. We will protect. You didn't do shit, bro. Our home with our own hands. I love these idiots. The students of Nest, eh? I had already checked up on key combatants, but there were some other useful insect humans, I suppose. However, it's all within the expected range. If they were going to lose to the likes of them... Look out, Hana! Aww. They never would have made it in the pet shop. Moji, we don't know you, bro! You trash keep getting in the way of Master Breeder's plans. Defense mechanism of rhinoceros beetle. I will kill you all! Mad Rhino. Such power! He's gotten more aggressive all of a sudden. This thing rocks. Junebug? What is it? Was it Junebug, was it? You have nobody else to blame but yourselves. You unimportant idiots should have stayed out of this! Weaklings believe they can achieve anything by working together, when in fact nothing really changes. The outcome is always decided by which side it has the greater goal and the better leader. Defense mechanism of yellow crazy ant. Erratic track. What a coincidence. Because speed is my expertise too. What the? I'm definitely quicker than him. But I can't predict his movements. When disturbed, the yellow crazy ant moves all over the place without a particular pattern or route, leaving chaos in its wake, hence its name. I don't get it, though. You used to work for the lab jungle, so why are you trying to stop us now? You've worked so hard on new human evolution. Are you seriously content in living in their shadows now? My research never involved cannibalistic monsters. Monsters, eh? That reminds me of the one just below us. By the name of Han Song Lee, if I remember correctly. No wonder why you're standing guard here. Ugh. Poor kid locked up in the dark, damp basement. But I guess you wouldn't want to hide your dirty past. But I guess you would want to hide your dirty past, Carl Davidson. I heard that the side effects of Junebug are barely being suppressed with the help of a certain device. What if I cut off the electrical supply to that device? What kind of defense mechanism of yellow crazy ant? Shut down. Side effects of Junebug cause one's tissue to break down. Han Song Lee will surely die soon with this. I've avenged Antonio. He will curse you as he suffers a painful death. Just like your daughter that you killed. You failed to protect others yet again, Carl Davidson. Well, I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. He hasn't died? How? I had also believed that it was impossible to restore the genetic data destroyed by Junebug. However, thanks to the detailed Jungle Juice research data, Nest secured from the Baltic Sea, the genetic data of Su Chan-jung, who successfully fused with a whole different species, we found a way to restore the destroyed data. He might still appear hideous on the outside. You did not have to say that, Captain. You did not have to say that. But Han Song-lee is no longer an insentient beast. That doesn't matter. Regardless of what you do. Shit! There it comes again! Nest will be under our control soon. Good. No more hostages to worry about. The battle between beetles is often decided by the insect's size. A common rhinoceros beetle is approximately 2.4 inches long on average, whereas 5-horned rhinoceros beetles are approximately 4 inches. Isn't that the stray dog? That's about the same as the difference. I finally have no reason to hold back between a rhino and a triceratops in ratio. What is the meaning of this? That's no way to hold a girl's hand. I have Master Launcher. Shut up. Blackout Mastery. Just tell me where Breeder is. Su-chan, you look a bit different. Hi, Mr. Ju. Do I really? It's not over yet. We know that you evacuated the civilians, and feed trade specimens were sent there already. If you care about their lives, Nest does care. In fact, their safety is Nest's utmost priority. With that said, the shelter may be the safest place on the planet at the moment. Oh, shit! The Dean! They sent monsters here as well. Pet Shop's plan is certainly to hold the civilians hostage, which means I have no reason to spare any of them. No, Dr. Ento. Bro, the Dean is so cool. The Dean is so freaking cool. The Dean is so freaking cool. Question of the day. Does the Dean have a complex? I don't think he does, but like maybe they'll show us something finally. Dang. Both series were so tight today. Both series were awesome. Absolutely, Colton. Absolutely. Man. The Dean is him. The Dean is him. Cannot be stated even more. So, I guess that's it for tonight, guys. Unordinary was good. Jungle Juice was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. As always, everyone, see you, Space Cowboy.